Bikes and scooters are no longer just for fun, of course. They've gained ground as an everyday form of transportation. And now they have their own crowdsourced GPS app to help riders find the right routes. Think Waze for bikes and scooters. It's called Pointz, and it's the brainchild of two entrepreneurs from Brown University. Welcome back to another edition of The Angel Nest, where real angel investors and entrepreneurs partner to build great new companies. I'm David Hemenway. I'm a 5-time founder and now an active angel investor. And my mission here is to help great companies find the investors that will help them succeed. We don't make or recommend investments at The Angel Nest, and this program is for informational purposes only. Maggie Bachenberg and Trisha Ballakur are the founders of Pointz, which uses the wisdom of crowds to help cyclists find the safest and most efficient routes, whether they're biking for fun or to get to work, or if their work is on their bike. Think about all those deliveries. We'll speak to them today, as well as with their first investor, Tom Sperry of Rogue Venture Partners, which is an early-stage venture fund focused on undercapitalized regions. Maggie and Trisha, welcome to the Angel Nest. What inspired you to develop Pointz?
The original idea for Pointz came from when I was on my cross-country bike trip during my gap year after high school, and I noticed that a lot of local riders would redirect me on safer roads throughout the trip because we would be using like different apps like Google Maps to find our way kind of on our own. But local riders tended to know better routes that were less trafficked, and we would be redirected on those paths. So that's where the idea for using hyper local knowledge came from. But of course, I didn't just go out and build an app based on that experience. Trisha and I, and along with our team, have done a lot of customer discovery research. So talking to people that might be interested in using a tool like this, we talked to a lot of urban cyclists and people who use scooters in the city, and came up with this, or we had heard this reoccurring theme of safety, and that's where we started. So trying to figure out how we can use technology to find people safe routes throughout the city.
Trisha, since you're the tech partner, would you tell us what the user experience is like?
Sure. So David, if you were to open up Pointz, you would start by seeing this map, and it would center at where your location is. And from there, you can go and explore various parts of the app. So one thing is pretty easy. You can search for a destination, and from there, it'll take you to a screen that has a safest and a fastest route. And what's nice is if you go back to the main map, which is where you start at, you can also have an option to show ratings. And this will show all of Pointz users' colored ratings and any sort of roads which might be more safe or less safe on our 1 through 5 safety scale. But if you want to keep track of some points that you're earning, so gamification, as well as to check out our leaderboard, there's this little purple icon near the search bar. So if you press that, you'll be able to see all the different points that you can earn for doing routes, for rating roads, and contributing to the map. So one cool feature that we're building out and excited to push pretty soon is a social feature where users can select or look at ratings that are already on this map. So the map when you first enter the app, and it'll show you the comments that various users have given for that sort of rating, as well as how many people have rated it a certain color and their reasons. And what's cool additionally is that we have this Pointz bot. So this is based on some curated attributes of roads, such as road surface or type of road, if it's a bike network in particular. And so this Pointz bot will ultimately start the conversation for users to engage with one another in the comments section.
Tom Sperry, you're not only the lead investor, but you're the first investor. Tell us what you like so much about the opportunity.
First and foremost, Trisha and Maggie and their team are great, and that's what we look for early on. That's number one. Number two, I'd say we're super excited about the market. We think micromobility is a super exciting space. We think especially with all things changing to biking and scooters within cities, how they're pushing for more green access, and obviously it being part of a safety initiative. But major cities are really pushing this. So we're excited about that. not just on the micromobility side, but we also see it on the last distance kind of delivery side, where large companies are looking for safety for their employees, whether it's walking or biking, and they could use an app like Pointz. So we're pretty bullish on how large the opportunity is.
Tom, give us some examples of how you see the business and revenue opportunity for Pointz developing.
If you think about the growth of scooters in every major city, right, and the people who are using them, it's not just a U.S. thing, it's a global thing, right? Whether you're in New York City or sitting in Paris, you see scooters being used all over. And bikes obviously are international everywhere. So I think the opportunity for Pointz, not just with end users, but also partnering with rideshare companies is, bike rideshares and scooter rideshares is a huge opportunity. But I think cities and municipalities who are pushing more bike usage could be partners with the folks at Pointz, right? And be able to say, hey, here is a city-sponsored app or an app we recommend for safe routing, especially if you're a tourist or whatever, and you're riding your bike. Here's a good way to get around and be safe. So there's a lot of different partnering opportunities. We could even partner with bike companies as well. So it's a green space for them to go out and do this work.
Maggie and Trisha, give us some background on the rollout of Pointz and what your roadmap looks like.
We did our initial launch in January, our initial public launch. So the app is currently available on iOS and the Google Play Store. So that has been going really well. We've got a lot of organic traction happening. So somebody posted about our app on Reddit, and we got almost 1,000 signups in a few days. So that was really exciting. We've also received a ton of feedback from those folks and have made a few more additional features that are going to be released within the next week. One of the things is that you're going to be able to crowdsource from the map screen, so from the home screen, without actually having to be riding with the app. So you can just go into your Pointz app and then click on a road that you want to rate without having to be on your bike or moving to rate the road. We're also implementing a safest and a fastest feature, so that allows people to toggle between safest and fastest if they want to get to their destination a little quicker without regarding safety as much. And we're also going to be building out some premium features later on. But right now we're just focused on making a product that people like and that is really adoptable.
And is there a chance for bikers to use Pointz to connect with each other?
Where we're going with the social features is that when people are on the home screen of the app, they're actually going to be able to tap on a rating or a road to see who's, not necessarily who, but how many times the road has been rated each color and the comments that are associated with the road. And so people can kind of go and find those details, which is pretty exciting.
What's critical for all of us to realize is a couple things. One, Pointz is obviously a great safety app, but more importantly, it is a biking community, right? So where bikers can come along, share great routes, but also communicate and interact with each other. So it's not just a Waze for bikes, but the biking community is so strong and powerful across the US and internationally that Pointz is going to be a leader in that space where people can be safe, share with each other great routes, communicate, and also challenge each other to get the most points.
So tell us how you finance the business and what's ahead now.
Yeah, so we raised a small pre-seed round last fall, and we have used that money to really build out the product. We did the release in January, which was really exciting and successful. Got a ton of organic usage and organic signups, which has been really awesome. Our community's grown a ton. And so what we're doing now is actually going out and we're going to do a seed raise coming up in the next few months, because we want to really build out our community, get a lot more users on the app, push marketing some, and then finish building out this free version of the app. And so we'll be hiring a couple more people for Trisha's tech team, and then also somebody to help me out on marketing. Currently, the app is just available in the US, but it's open everywhere in the US, so you can get it wherever you're at. And the way we're looking at geographic expansion is that we're going to focus our marketing efforts on specific cities that we're targeting. For example, cities that have shown us a lot of interests, like San Francisco, the San Francisco biking community has shown a ton of interest in what we're building, and we have a bunch of users there. So we're going to focus on that area for a bit. And then cities like New York and Minneapolis.
Thanks, Maggie. It sounds like you and Trisha and Tom have tapped into a huge and growing market at a great time. So next time you decide to go for a bike or a scooter ride to a new place, you're not alone, thanks to Pointz. You can find contact information for founders Maggie Bachenberg and Trisha Ballakur, as well as Tom Sperry of Rogue Venture Partners at our website, theangelnest.com. And now for the disclaimer that we don't make or recommend investments at the Angel Nest. This program is for informational purposes only. We do not independently verify and therefore cannot be responsible for the claims of our guests or sponsors. You should always do your own research before making any investment decision, especially in private ventures. I'm David Hemenway. We produce the Angel Nest with help from David Newhoff. Thanks for listening, and here's hoping my fellow angels and the entrepreneurs they support find their next great venture. Thanks for listening, and so long until next time.